All right, let's talk about 2026. What's the big story? What's the one theme that's going to dominate the markets? Everyone's asking this question. And yeah, there's a simple, obvious answer. But the real story? Oh, it's so much bigger.
I mean, seriously, go ask anyone on Wall Street. Ask any analyst, any trader, what is the theme for 2026? And you are going to hear the exact same answer again and again. It's pretty much a universal consensus at this point.
And that answer is, of course, artificial intelligence, AI. No surprise there, right? It's the consensus pick. It's the big revolutionary force everyone's betting on. But what if that's just the tip of the iceberg? What if that's not the whole story? And look, here's the thing about consensus answers. They're usually not wrong, but they're often incomplete. Saying AI right now feels a lot like saying the internet back in, say, 1995. You weren't wrong then, but you were missing the real story. The part that actually tells you where the money is going, where the action really is. So let's get into it. The real story isn't just about some clever AI software. Nope. It's actually about three huge interconnected forces that are literally rebuilding our physical world. And if you want to understand 2026, this is the framework you have to know. All right, force number one, it's all about the AI infrastructure. And I want you to forget about the code, forget about the algorithms for just a second. I want you to think about concrete, steel, copper wire, massive cooling systems. We're talking about the giant physical construction project that's needed to make this whole AI revolution actually happen. And the scale of this, it's just mind-boggling. We're talking about a projected $3 to $4 trillion in spending just on this stuff by the end of the decade. Let that sink in. This isn't some flash in the pan. This is a huge multi-year tidal wave of investment into real physical things. And, this really drives the point home. NVIDIA's own CEO, Jensen Huang, said it perfectly. A new revolution has begun. Begun! We're in the super early innings here. Think of it like this. The game hasn't even started yet. The players are just warming up. This is a deep, foundational shift that's going to play out over years. So this is where things get really interesting because the opportunity is evolving. For a while, it was all about the chips, right? The brains of AI. But now the focus is shifting to the entire physical body that houses those brains. We're talking about the actual data center buildings, the power generation, and the insane cooling systems they need, energy storage, manufacturing services, even the printed circuit boards that connect everything. It's the whole shebang. Okay, that leads us right into force number two, and this one is a biggie. We're seeing a fundamental change in how the world thinks about trade. It's this idea of economic security. Basically, geopolitics are completely rewriting the rulebook. For the last 30, 40 years, the game was simple. Cost. Who can make it the cheapest? The cheapest supply chain always won. Period. Well, that era is over. Now the new buzzword is resilience. It's not about what's cheapest anymore. It's about what's safest, what's most reliable, and crucially, what's located somewhere friendly. So where's the money flowing because of this? Well, you're seeing massive investment in nearshoring and reshoring. That's bringing manufacturing back home or to nearby countries. There's a huge push for friendly energy, like LNG from allied nations. And of course, this means big upgrades to defense and aerospace, and a mad dash to secure critical minerals and rare earths. All of these are seen as essential for a secure economy. And this brings us to the third force, which might just be the most important one of all, the power surge. Think about it. Everything we've just talked about, the massive AI data centers, bringing all that manufacturing back home, what do they all have in common? They need an absolutely incredible amount of energy. We are entering a global race for power. And this connects right back to force one, to AI. Just look at these numbers. Right now, data centers in the US use about 3% of the country's electricity. That's already a lot. But by 2030, that number is projected to jump to around 8%. We're talking about a near tripling of power demand from just one source. This incredible thirst for energy from AI is a primary driver of this whole power surge. And here's the kicker. This is where it all clicks together. The power surge is like the glue holding this whole framework together. You see, the AI build-out we talked about, it literally cannot happen without a ton more power. And securing that power, well, that's now a matter of economic security. It all connects.
Okay, so let's zoom out and look at the big picture for 2026. We've got these three huge forces, right? But the key is they aren't separate things. They're all deeply connected. They're creating this powerful, self-reinforcing cycle that is basically defining the entire investment landscape. Let's break it down. You've got the AI CapEx cycle, right? That's driving all this investment in semiconductors, power, all that infrastructure. Then you have economic security, which is pushing money into defense, minerals, and LNG. And finally, that energy transition, driven by the power surge, is creating a huge need for renewables, batteries, and a modernized grid. You can literally see how they all feed into each other. It's a perfect loop.
And if you take away just one thing from all this, let it be this. The very definition of an AI investment has changed. A couple of years ago, it was all about the AI darlings, right? Throwing money at a few big-name tech stocks. But for 2026 and beyond, it's about the AI enablers. We're talking about the boring, the unglamorous, but the absolutely essential infrastructure companies that are making the whole thing possible.
So when we look ahead, the big takeaway is this. The next massive opportunity isn't going to be some single hot stock or a clever piece of software. It's the entire physical world being rebuilt around this new reality. So the question this whole framework really poses is, are you looking in the right places?